Hello and welcome. This is the Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time Any Percent No Out of Bounds or No OoB category. I will basically be introducing all the skips that will be banned in this category, and there's a lot to go through, so let's get started. Alright, so the first skip that will be banned in the No Out of Bounds category will be the Hit the Road skip. On this level, Hit the Road, the way to perform the skip is to jump on this checkpoint crate and reach an area that is out of bounds on an invisible wall to climb into another invisible wall, like so. So yeah, off limits. The next skips that will be banned are two in the level Dragon On. So the first section will be in the middle part where you see this crate formation here, which you can actually jump on top with the Econo Mask and rise onto this little awning up here. Obviously out of bounds, so you can go around and jump on top of this area, off limits. The second section of the Dragon On skip in the Any Percent No Out of Bounds category is this ending section right here. For the last checkpoint of the level, you see this crate formation where you can jump using your Econo Mask and you can give yourself some elevated height, and you can use to boost yourself using this dragon right next to it. Also off limits. The next level that will be banned in the No Out of Bounds category will be the ending section in Off Balance. So you see this checkpoint right here. With the Econo Mask that you can use earlier in the level to bypass a trigger, you can use that mask to get onto this little area up at the top. So yeah, also off limits. The next parts of the No Out of Bounds category skips that will be banned involves our lovely plumpy fellow Dingodile. So in this section, you can bounce off of these crates to jump on the yellow golden Wumpa crate up there and access that wheel area just by jumping on top, which lands you onto this fence post, which lands you onto this wheel, which gets you up here. That's no bueno. The second section of the Out of Bounds skips that are banned is this section right here is Dingodile, known as Blimey Skip. If you jump onto this ghost post right here, you can actually walk along this plane right here, jump over to this area, atop of this tower, go to where the light is, and you can basically access to the other side without having to navigate. No good. Okay, the next banned skip in this category will be the very famous Run It By You skip, one of the first ones found in this game. And it's very easy to do. You just slide up the top of the stairs, slide out to the wall here, and boom, you're out of bounds, which is no good. Alright, this next banned skip is pretty tricky, but in the 80% category, this is used to bypass a trigger by keeping the Kapunawa mask until the very end of the level. So the way to do this is to basically stop your platforming at a very specific angle right here by jumping on top of this and stopping time and to climbing onto those platforms. Very hard to do, but it's doable. Next up in our banned skips category is the Out for Launch skip. Pretty easy to do. You just grab the first mask, you slide spin by holding down both slide buttons at the same time. You bypass the trigger, which allows you to do this. So yeah, not going to be able to do that. Next banned skip will be the Crash Landed Zombie. So by changing your frame rate to 30 frames per second, you're allowed to death abuse over here. And by doing so, you pause at the right frame. You are now a zombie. As you can see, the implications of this pretty much lingers on the fact that you do this really long out of bounds skip. And you know what that means? Banned. Next up on our banned skips list, the food run skip. Going to this elevator, bypassing the trigger there, you can grab Ika Ika and go across to here. You basically float across to the end of the level, and we don't like that here, so bye Crash. Okay, one of the more recent discoveries that we'll be skipping is this new crate escape skip. So with Cortex on the last level that you use them in, you could use a Death Abuse to despawn the TNT crate. Their old pal James over here will be luring over to this platform, which basically skips 90% of the level. Which gets us up top to this area, which gets us to this pipe right here. And doing this will bring us all the way there to the end of the level, which we can't allow. Alright, and for our last section of the levels of the no out of bounds category will be nitro processing. So there are actually two parts to this. So the first part is actually the early Ika Ika bypass, which we have decided to ban, as it does bring you out of bounds by doing so. Going onto the gear and skipping this area right here, bringing you out of bounds up through the ceiling, and you can see the level deload as you do it, which lets you keep the Ika mask pretty quickly, but we cannot allow that as it is banned. And lastly, the last skip that will be banned in the no out of bounds category will be this early skip right here. If you manage to bypass the trigger and still keep your Ika Ika mask doing the legal way, if you go over here to this platform and slide off towards the gears here, you can't really see the level, but if you let go at a certain time, you'll be able to just skip right across to the next section, which will be skipping about a third of the level. And we cannot allow that. And those are all the skips that are currently banned in the PC run of the no out of bounds any percent category. If you are looking for any PC exclusives like the hole in space skip, which allows the infinite Akado jumps, I will probably put a link in the description referring to a playlist for all the other ones that are exclusive to the console versions, if you are playing on PS5 or Xbox One versions of the game. Thanks for watching, and see you soon. Bye.